explore or reinvent for the second?
I thought, yeah, we could. I mean, those Greek mythology stories, those stories are endless. There's so many variations and stuff. I thought it would be interesting if they explored a bit more of Zeus and my relationship to Perseus, Sam, and to my brother Hades, Rafe's character. So we've done that to a larger extent in this next one. With all the thrills and spills too, you know. A movie like that has to have various monsters and stuff.
How did you prepare yourself for this film? I mean, dealing with the weather, did you do something?
Well, I'll tell you what I did. I remember seeing this documentary a few years ago. This crazy Brit who swims from iceberg to iceberg in Antarctica. You find these people sometimes. He was this London guy, and he started preparing for these swims by standing under freezing cold showers for 10 minutes, 15 minutes every morning. I got up to 7. I did that. I got up to 7 minutes most mornings, and it actually works. It immunizes your body. Your body starts getting used to the cold. You know, it really works. So that was my preparation.
What was your most memorable scene in this movie?
I just love being with the guys. You know? There's a campfire scene where we can tell our stories. You know? I like doing that. There's a fantastic bunch of actors. Just the best guys.
How about working with the wolves? How was that?
Nasty fuckers. No, I didn't work with any wolves. Animatronics. Puppet. Yeah, but they were vicious, and they weren't real. They're supposed to be kind of mythical. You know what I mean? Like the shark in Jaws. Yeah, it's a great white, but it's bigger than a great white. You know? It's got a mythic proportion to it. So we tried to do the same with these wolves.
You talked about the mythical and there's metaphysical aspects to the film, obviously. Do you guys find that off-set you would start talking about some of those things and relating back to your character's take on?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, we were all, there were no trailers on that, the locations we were at, We'd all be, between setups, we'd all be on we'd share this this vehicle with Caterpillar tracks, for that terrain. And we'd all share that, and we'd talk a lot of dirty jokes. Bunch of guys. But occasionally we'd dip into the metaphysics, and we became very close, very good friends.
I was just wondering about what your take was about the end of the film, what happened to your character, I guess.
Well, apparently there's a little epilogue that's been put in after the credits, which I haven't seen yet at all. It's just been described to me. I saw the film about 2 months ago, before credits and all that stuff, before it was finished, what you saw. You tell me?
I actually missed that last name, so
I'm with you. It's there. And it's me and a wolf.
The film touches on so many fears. What's your biggest fear? I mean, it starts out with flying, are you scared of flying? Are you scared of heights?
I'm scared of heights. Heights give me a real... Do you know that iconic black and white photograph of those guys sitting on a girder, having their lunch break? Describing it, even thinking about that now, is making me... I get dizzy on a thick carpet. Heights just don't do it for me. That's a big fear, actually. I can't go on roller coaster rides with my kids and stuff. Never could. Dad, please, Dad, please. Sorry, please. I love you to death. I'm not getting on that thing. Couldn't do it.
So flying is okay?
Flying's okay. Yeah, flying's all right. Yeah.
They said that you guys had to get on a plane the day after you shot.
Oh, I know. We were all... We're just talking about airplanes. This thing's oh man. Yeah, that was. And then of course once it got up in the air, everybody was like, oh, okay.
We are sort of in an age of metrosexuality, but the story is about a bunch of rig-working men, very masculine, very machismo. What do you feel like the Grey has to say about modern masculinity?
Wow. I knew it would be you. Just knew it coming into the room. You know?
I've been working on it.
You tell me, what do you think it says about modern masculinity?
Well, it certainly explores the range of what it means to be a man right now, I think.
You
And
think? Well, I think in general it does touch on man's general fear. I don't think this generation, my generation and my father's generation, of difficulty in accessing emotion and then being able to talk about it. I think it certainly touches on that. And these guys, these characters in this film, find it very, very hard to relate, certainly to themselves and to one another, which is one of the nice things about the film, I think, that they eventually do in a way. They do share in a very primitive, basic way.
Well, it seems like once they tap into that primitive feeling, they're more able to communicate with, emotionally with one another.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's nothing to hide behind anymore. You know? It's like it's us versus these elements. You know? And if you start, I mean, Frank's character, he plays beautifully. He pretends he's got this machismo thing, but ultimately it breaks down, you know, the way it has to, you know. And then his real spirit comes out, you know. It's fantastic. You know? He plays it beautifully too.
But it kind of paints a picture that that in order to reach that part where they can genuinely communicate, they should kind of access this much more masculine side, that it's a simpler thing in a way.
Well, well, I guess we've all experienced that, right? Sometimes you have an emotion that's or something inside yourself that you can't talk about, and then somebody taps you in a different way, or it can sometimes usually a complete stranger can suddenly you open yourself up and you're telling some complete stranger your life story, you know. And then the relief you feel when you've shared whatever that thing is. And you think, God, that was so easy to do. Shut it! Right, great. Right.
Thanks, you
Thank
guys.
you very much.